Good morning, students. This is a class of real number, chapter 1 for class 10th. Real number. Class 10th. Real number. You have studied real number in class 9th. All the numbers which you know are real number. First of all, tell me what type of number system we study. Number system. The number system which we study is only system. No. We study decimal number system. We study decimal number system. Decimal number system in which we have got 10 digits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. The system of numbers which we study has got 10 digits. And when our mathematics, our curriculum has decided to provide mathematics on the basis of this number system. So when we use number system, it means it is a decimal number system. It means there are two more number systems. Yes, my dear students, binary number system. NS means number system. Binary. If you're talking about our machines, refrigerator, TV, etc., they understand only two types of language. Yes or no. According to either they receive electricity or they not receive electricity. So they require only two digits, that is 0 and 1. We need not to worry about this. These are not in our course, but for general information, a good student should be knowing these things. Octal number system having 8 digits. Hexa decimal number system. Hexa decimal number system having 16 digits. So what are the digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 including 0. After that A, B, C, D, E, F. So these are the digits. Not need to worry about these, but we have to study number system. Before going to our class, first of all we should revise what are the real numbers. So we all know real numbers are the collection of numbers, and this collection of numbers, collection of different types of number, different types of numbers, different types of numbers. Collection of different types of number are real numbers. What types of number? So first comes natural number. Let us make natural numbers. It is not visible to you. I have to write a little bit ahead. Natural numbers like 1, 2, and 4. If we make collection of natural numbers and this collection is said to be set, the language of mathematics is set for a collection of any well-defined object, and that you will study in class 11th. So we are studying real number, and real number has been collection of different types of number, and first type of number is natural number. And if we consider 0 with this natural numbers, then the next set of number which we get, the next collection of number which we get is termed as whole number. Moving further, if we also include negative numbers, then again the set we got is termed as integer. Integer means these numbers are termed as positive numbers, these numbers are termed as negative numbers, including 0 means -3, -2, -1, and so on. We all know rational numbers are in the form P by Q. And if we consider these numbers, if we also consider rational number, the number of the form P by Q, like 1 by 2, 7 by 4, 100 by 5. These numbers are rational numbers. So the set we got is termed as what? Rational numbers. And if we also include √2, √5, √7, these are called irrational numbers. Then all system is termed as real number. Whole system is termed as real number. This is the overview of real number system. Means natural number is our smallest set, followed by whole number if we include 0 with natural numbers. After that, if we also include negative numbers, as natural numbers are positive integers, and if we also take negative number with it including 0, then the set we got is integers. Similarly, if we consider number of the form P by Q, we will get set of rational numbers, followed by the irrational numbers. Whole set is called real number. So these are the real numbers, and we have to study real numbers in present chapter. And there is one topic under this chapter, that is Euclid division lemma. The topic is Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma. So Euclid is name of scientist. Euclid is name of scientist, and you have studied a boring chapter of class 9th, Euclid geometry, and he is scientist. Division, you all are knowing what is division, and lemma is helping theorem. Lemma is helping theorem or proven statement. Lemma is proven statement. So division, we have division. What is there? What? Dividend. Dividend divisor remainder, and what is left? Quotient. Quotient. This is division, Euclid division lemma, so not very tough. You all are knowing very well division, and you have to see some properties of statement, or we can say helping theorem given by Euclid. So, what do you know by the division? Division means distribution of something. And whatever I have written in terms of that flow chart, if we write that in one equation, then dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Plus remainder. And we have proved this particular statement, particular equation in verification of division in our junior classes. Actually, why it is lemma? Why it is not theorem? Because if any sign, let us take the example of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem has been given by Pythagoras, scientist Pythagoras. So it was named after Pythagoras, and the theorem given by him is known as Pythagoras theorem. And if anybody like me, if I give any other theorem using Pythagoras theorem, then it will be not theorem, because I have used Pythagoras theorem. Then it will become as lemma, Avinash Pythagoras lemma, not theorem. Similarly, Euclid has taken the use of division. That's why it is Euclid has taken the use of division. That's why it is not a Euclid theorem. It is termed as Euclid division lemma, and this is the statement. Means for any two numbers, according to Euclid division lemma, A and B are two positive integers. What are two positive integers? Two positive numbers, we can say two positive. Although it is applicable for negative numbers as well, but you will study that topic in higher classes, in colleges. Even you will not get such questions in class 11th, 12th. You will get in BSc classes. So A and B are the two positive numbers such that A is greater than B. Such that A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Then there exist Q and R such that A is equal to B Q plus R, and we can compare this equation with this statement. We can compare this statement with this statement. Like if we divide A by B, we are getting R quotient this. Look. You can compare you can compare this statement with this. But is this over? No, it is not over, because we have to study values of R. Now, if we divide, let us take 12. If we divide 12 by, we can say 5. And what is the result? Let us see. Or we can say 13. 2. The result is 3. If this may be 12, then remainder is 2. If we have taken 11, then remainder is 1. And if we have taken 14, then remainder is 4. And if we have taken 15, then remainder is 0. So remainder, in case we divide this, then remainder values क्या हो रही हैं? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means if remainder, in this case remainder is always less than 5. What does it mean? Remainder is always less than divisor. Remainder is always less than divisor, and divisor in this case is B. Remainder is B. So remainder is always less than divisor. Remainder is always less than divisor. Divisor is 5. Divisor is B. So divisor हमेशा रिमाइंडर से बड़ा होगा, ये सबको पता है. तो हमको यहाँ क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? यहाँ पे इसको थोड़ा बड़ा करते हैं और लिखते हैं कॉमा, जो रिमाइंडर है वो हमेशा डिवाइजर से छोटा होगा, और साथ में रिमाइंडर 0 भी हो सकता है एंड रिमाइंडर बड़ा भी हो सकता है. सो दिस इज द कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट. प्लीज पॉज द वीडियो, नोट इट डाउन, and we can write for two positive integers, we can write like this: for two positive integers a and b, there exist q and r such that this statement holds. This Euclid lemma has been used by Euclid in order to find out HCF. In next video, we will see how we find out HCF of two numbers using this Euclid lemma. Thank you for watching video.